Good morning student, myself Oman, and today I am going to start at chapter number 13, subject history, and for class 9th. So chapter name is a modern age in Europe and chapter name is a industrial revolution. So in this chapter we will study about the changes that took place in the field of production and when industrial revolution began. So industrial revolution firstly started in England. So industry means a place where goods are produced and where raw material is converted into the finished goods with the help of machines. And revolution means changes. When changes took place in the field of production, means when production is carried on with the help of machine instead of hands, and from small scale production to large scale production, then term that is used for these changes, that is known as a industrial revolution. So the meaning of industrial revolution means, industrial revolution means a series of changes that took place in the field of production when production is carried on with the help of machines, technology, modern tools instead of hand, and production was done from small scale to the large scale, then that period is known as a industrial revolution. And there are so many causes that were responsible for the industrial revolution in the Europe countries and in the England. The first one is there is a environmental atmosphere that is free from the intervention of the government. Industrialists are free to produce any kind of the goods and availability of raw material. Raw material was easily available in the Europe countries. Then supply of the electricity and mode of the transportation and communication were also easy in the Europe. That also helps in the industrial revolution in the change of helps in production method of production, in changing the method of production. Then next one is availability of natural sources. Natural sources were also available in abundance in the Europe. For example, the supply of the coal, the supply of the electricity. The next one is increase in the demand of the goods. So due to the increase in the growth of population, there were more needs. So increase in the demand, demands also helps in the industrial revolution in the Europe. And the next one topic in this chapter, capitalism. What is a capitalism? So capitalism is an economic system in which all the method of productions are in the hands of private individuals. For example, raw material, four means of production: raw material, labor, capital, all things, and land, all things in the hands of private persons, private individuals, and they are responsible for the industry, for the production. The next causes for the rise of capitalism: the first one, increase in the population. Second one is a legal requirement that was responsible for the rise of capitalism in the Europe. Growth of towns and cities, mass production, then disappearance of the small farmers. The next topic in this chapter, we will discuss about the socialism. What is a socialism? So socialism is totally opposite the capitalism. In the Europe, socialism means is an economic system where all the means of production under the control of government. Means government is responsible for managing the productions, means of production like raw material, labor, capital, land, all were under the hand of government, and government is responsible for the production method and for meeting the demands of the people. And for the socialism, main socialism means all the means of production is done for the welfare of the people. Production was carried on for the maximum benefit of the people and for the welfare of the people. The next one is a topic we will study. We will discuss comparative study between the capitalism and socialism, that is in your syllabus. So firstly we will discuss the first point of the capitalism. So capitalism is an economic system in which all the means of production like labor, material, tools and machines are managed and governed by the individual peoples and by the group of people for the sake of profit. And in the socialism is the economic activity in which all the means of productions are under the control of the government, and that is only for the welfare of the people, not for a profit sake. And the second one, in the capitalism, economic system is totally free from the intervention of the government. It is totally free from the control of the government. Government can't interfere in the policies of the capitalism system. But in the socialism, all the means of production, production method is totally under the control of the government, means the government can interfere, government can change the production decision, demand decision, supply of method of production, method of demand, distribution, marketing, he can change, government can change. And in the capitalism, production is carried on only for the profit, means they try to increase their profit with the minimum cost. But in the socialism, the main motto of the government is to increase the welfare of the people, means for the welfare of the people, means to give a maximum benefit to the maximum number of the people. And in the capitalism, production method and economic system is decided by the private people, means by the industrialist, by the capitalist person, by the private individual. The economic system and the production system is decided. But in the socialism, economic activity and production system is decided or adjusted by the state or as well as central government to meet the economic demands and as well as consumer demands. The next one, in the capitalism, there is only one kind of property, that is a private property, and capital is a form of the private property, and other form of the property like industries, houses, and the other means of production in form of private property. But in the socialism, there are two kind of property. First one, personal property, and second one is a public property. So personal property includes horses, clothing, etc. that are owned by the individuals. But in the public property includes factories, means of productions owned by the state or as well as by the central government. So in the capitalism, production decisions are decided by the private individuals. But in the socialism, the production decision and method of investment, how to increase the profits and how to utilize the capital are decided by the government. So main countries where capitalism is predominant, first one is USA, UK and Canada and Australia. And the socialism where the main countries where socialism are practiced, China, Denmark, Finland, Sweden and Norway. So in this chapter we have studied what is the industrial revolution, what are the causes that are responsible for the industrial revolution, the two terms socialism and capitalism, and comparative study of the socialism and capitalism. Thanks and have a nice day.